Dada Muktatmananda. I'm looking at you being self-realized right here, right now, right? We're sort of pretending and predicting what it would be like, and it's kind of like a game, or like in a fun way, right? Very, very light. Um, your views on that particular topic, you being self-realized right here, right now, and the changes. Um, so I want to look at your relationship with plants and animals. I know you are vegetarian, right? And how would it change with regards to how you deal with plants and animals, and how you view the whole, um, uh, loving animals as separate, rather than coming from that life essence, and 24/7 being aware that you are these animals and these plants too. How would you describe that experience? How would it change from you not being self-realized to you being self-realized? Is there a change, or is no change? Or
Yeah, animals and plants, just like everything else, there's different degrees of love or compassion in every human being, and the more spiritually inclined you are, the more you feel that these animals and plants are also part of me. And when you're self realized, you feel a complete unity with all the things. When you go down to the soul level, when you go down to the anima, then there you feel one with all the things, with everything. And the more extroversial a person is, the less um, he can relate to things less, or he can really relate to things in a rough manner. Like you may see a rambunctious boy beating a plant, breaking a branch just for fun, because he's completely not aware that this is a living being, living entity. And then you find a more sensitive person who takes good care of the plants, who never harm a plant. And then you find a person who has great compassion and feels the plant is part of my family, part of this creation, and then you find a saint who will feel that the tree, him and the tree, there is no difference between the two, So a self-realized person will have a perfect compassion to all living things. He or she will never do harm to any of those entities.
you are right now a vegetarian, so you're presently, and you're not doing harm to animals, and so that won't change after you become self-realized. Is that what you're saying?
No, there are subtle there are subtle changes in the quantity of love or intensity of love that you feel, until you reach a climax or an apex, that you are completely one with that forest, with the whole forest, with the whole mountain, with the streams, with the animals. To feel one with them is one thing. To feel compassion for them is a different thing. To care for them because you're rational or sensitive is yet another thing. There are lots of people that they care for animals and plants, and they know the importance of preserving them, and for a matter of the health of the planet. But there are some people who feel genuine love for these animals and plants. It's not just to save a species, but to preserve, not to do harm to any of single unit of that species. So different uh, degrees of um, you know, the
Awareness
symbiosis,
or
or the feeling of being part of one whole mechanism called nature, harmony with nature.
okay. And you're now a vegetarian. Um, so you're actually eating vegetables. So when you get self-realized, um, and you said you're not harming plants and animals, so how would you look at you surviving through eating vegetables and being one with that vegetable you're actually eating? I'm just curious.
Mm. Once I was traveling in the Siberia. I took a flight in Siberia from Novosibirsk to Khabarovsk, and the stewardess, or the flight attendant, came to me and asked me, "Are you vegetable?" She meant, "Are you vegetarian?"
Uh huh.
um, it's a funny part. Um, insofar you have to eat, you will choose the least developed form of life that cause the least harm. So plants like carrot will cause you will cause less harm if you compare a carrot with a chicken or with a fish, because those creatures have more awareness who they are than the carrot. So you choose vegetables. It's better than to choose any living creature.
Okay, now there are breatharians and they only eat like 1 or 3 tablespoons of water and solid food for a week. So isn't that causing even less harm? So why wouldn't you choose to be like that?
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. Do you think it's possible in the future? You also fast and not
Probably
eat food.
there will be ways to eat less quantity but with more efficient, effect
Cool.
in the future.
Beautiful.